Hey everyone, back at the Luxor again. I love this resort.
The Luxor, named after the ancient city in Egypt, when it first opened, it embraced the ancient Egyptian theme both inside and out. Now, out here along the strip, we still see a great deal of that original design from the resort's opening back in 1993, from the Great Sphinx at Giza to the statues to the obelisk and all of the Egyptian hieroglyphics and artwork that are still beautiful 30 years later. The Black and Bold Luxor opened in 1993 as an architectural tour de force. The tallest structure on the strip at the time attracted camera-touting tourists as well as design intellectuals who would write books and go on to teach college courses discussing the building's commercial and psychological appeal. No, it wasn't the first themed hotel in Vegas. After all, its next-door neighbor is a medieval castle. But it was still an instant icon, what with a 10-story Sphinx guarding the entrance and Earth's strongest beam of light beaming into space from the pyramid's apex that can be seen as far away as Los Angeles. Inside, the Egyptian theme was executed to an extreme limit, even by Las Vegas standards, with talking mechanical camels greeting guests as they entered a cavernous atrium, accented with statues of pharaohs, images of King Tut, and bazaars selling papyrus artwork and scarab beetle jewelry. You could even see a life-size replica of the Great Temple of Ramses II, which still rises 35 feet into the world's largest atrium. However, I am pretty sure that the Great Temple in Egypt does not lead to a casino. Now to the right of the Great Temple of Ramses II, which is now empty, there once stood statues of his queen Nefertari, and she was the only woman in Egypt who was ever given a temple, and it was said that if you crossed her, death followed. The mid-2000s brought a changing landscape to Las Vegas, and hotel companies felt that theming was a 90s trend. And so, when MGM bought the resort in 2007, they spent more than $300 million to remodel about 80% of the Luxor's interior. So, gone was the arcade, the IMAX, the Nile River ride, King Tut's tomb, and so many more things, all in favor of a topless review and the salty-mouthed comedian Carrot Top. However, I still find this lobby to be the most fascinating of any of the hotels on the Las Vegas Strip. Here we're going to go take a tour of a East Tower room. The East Tower is closer to the lobby and to the Strip, while the West Tower is about another 8-minute walk from the lobby, but is closer to the pool deck. Now as we enter, you see you've got this recessed hanging light right here. Makes for a nice bright entry, and then we've got this molding that goes all the way around the room and adds a nice accent. Now here, as you enter the bathroom, you'll find lots of gold, and that is to symbolize the wealth of the Egyptians. This is a nice deep soaker tub, and I'm 6'1", no problem getting in there. And the shower, on the other hand, though, I gotta say that it could be taller. Now, if you're short, Sarah, you won't have a problem, but for me, I actually had to duck down just a little in order to get my hair wet. Again, it's a minor inconvenience, not a big deal. I don't understand the mountain painting. It's the same painting in all the rooms, in the hallways, and in the elevator. Here you've got your sink. It's a little shallow, and I noticed water kind of splashes out of it some, but not a huge deal. And then we've got right here is your hand towel rack and your hair dryer. Now as we go out into the room, you've got floor-to-ceiling windows in all the tower rooms, this nice little seating area right here. And I was on the 19th floor facing the Strip, and here you can see the obelisk, and you can see the Sphinx, and then McLaren Airport, and then over to the left is the Tropicana and the MGM Grand in green. Now on either side of the bed, you've got 2 USB ports and a plug-in on each lamp. The light switches here, actually, one controls the spotlight on your side of the bed, and the other switch controls the light in the entryway. So, kind of a nice idea there. Here we've got a standing closet, so you've got plenty of room to put whatever you need to be hung up. You've got a flat screen TV, 3 drawers, a desk, and then you've got your in-room safe right there. Here on the mezzanine level is where you'll come to the showroom to get tickets to Fantasy, Carrot Top, or Blue Man Group. Now down here on the main level in the lobby, you have this huge replica of the Titanic itself, and it is something to see in person. The Titanic is a unique exhibit, and you should allow at least a couple of hours to go through it. Now, these blue bald men put on an amazing experience here at the Luxor, and they actually started in 2000 before moving up the road to the Venetian, onto the Park MGM, and they've been back here at the Luxor since 2015. Another unique experience found only at the Luxor is the Bodies Expedition. So here we try to go around the hotel and find some of the original theming that is still left, and there's still quite a bit. You just have to look a little bit harder in order to spot it all. Also, the Luxor is connected through interior walkways through Excalibur and to Mandalay Bay through the shops at Mandalay Place. One of the great things about the Luxor too is the sheer amount of food options. You've got food over at the shops at Mandalay Place, and then right here in the pyramid we've got Diablo's Cantina. Here you can enjoy a great meal at a reasonable price, and you can actually enjoy the mariachi band play while you eat. Down on the casino floor here is Tender Steakhouse. They get rave reviews, and they're known for their aged steaks. Now here is Public House at the front, and you can enjoy Public House, typical sports bar food, and enjoy a game on the big screen. Here at Rice & Company, this is the Pan-Asian restaurant for the Luxor, serving Chinese and Japanese specialties like rice and sushi, all in an intimate, beautifully decorated environment. Here at the Pyramid Cafe and downstairs under the casino floor at the buffet, you can enjoy some of that original Egyptian theming. While the buffet doesn't get very good reviews, the Pyramid Cafe is always busy, and I can understand why after eating there twice. The Pyramid Stack is excellent and is a lot of food for $20. And then, of course, you can get the Pharaoh's Feast, which is sausage, bacon, eggs, toast, and 3 huge pancakes for about $25. So you could easily, 2 people could share a great breakfast or brunch here. They're also known for their chicken and waffles, all in this beautiful Egyptian environment. So now we are going to head up to the 19th floor and look down into the massive atrium, and you get a completely different perspective of what this looks like. Now you can see off to the right there is the check-in desk, and there's the obelisk and the Titanic, and then directly down in the far left right here is actually the food court. Now, in doing research for the Luxor, I found that not only is it built on an old mob burial ground from back in the days before the Strip actually existed, but that some of the artifacts that were brought in from Egypt when the Luxor first opened are actually cursed. It does seem that multiple rooms are haunted by the same blonde woman, though it is unknown why she is here. One thing is for certain, the Luxor blonde has a thing for strangulation. Not her, of course, but the guest who is unfortunate enough to occupy her bed. Numerous visitors have reported waking up after feeling hands gripped tightly around their necks, gasping for air, their hearts ready to burst. When they checked the room for signs of an intruder, there were none. It seems that she is gone in a Thanos snap. The majority of these guests are also reported that right before being woken up with their necks in a ghastly grip, they were in the middle of a dream, and not just any dream. They were always dreaming of the same blonde woman. The sounds of fists hammering against the door in the middle of the night when security cameras report that the hallways are empty. A shadowy figure that exists just off to your peripheral vision, but just fast enough to move in the nanosecond before you turn to confront it. Other people have reported hearing running down the hallway behind them and heavy breathing. They get over to let the passerby, only to find that no one is there. But yet, within a few seconds, they feel someone brush past them. Whatever does trouble the Luxor, it does not want you to sleep. It doesn't even want you to be comfortable. That's because it wants you out. But be careful, or you might not leave alone. Hotel staff might not tell you, but there are rooms with much more paranormal activity than others. Rooms that you shouldn't stay in. Rooms that should be off limit to the public. But the unsuspecting couple or family takes the room they're offered and proceed with their vacation, not knowing what's in store for them. Reports of ghostly sightings on the hotel balcony hallways, as well as moving objects and apparitions both inside the rooms and in the Titanic expedition, are very common. The strangest sightings were during the first few years of the hotel opening, when the Nile River ride was operational. There were so many guests claiming they saw ghosts in the dark tunnels that it was considered the main reason that the ride was shut down and the canals drained after only 3 years of opening. So I'm going to leave you at the end of here with a couple of clips from some weird happenings that I found in some other YouTube videos, so enjoy.
Looks so scary down.